Mr. Speaker, for that indulgence. Request for a statement on the unlawful closure of County Public Service Board offices and transfer of board staff in Trans Nzoia County. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the unlawful closure of the County Public Service Board of Trans Nzoia County Government and the transfer of its staff. Mr. Speaker, sir, the County Secretary of Trans Nzoia County Government, acting on instructions of the Governor of Trans Nzoia County, issued a statement on 16 February 2026 directing the closure of the County Public Service Board offices and the transfer of its staff. This action is arbitrary and of grave concern, given that the County Public Service Board is an independent institutional organ established under Article 235 of the Constitution of Kenya and operationalized by the County Governments Act of 2012. The board is not subordinate to the county executive and is insulated from executive administrative control, supervision, or interference. Consequently, the county governor lacks legal authority to dissolve, suspend, or otherwise paralyze the operations of a sitting board outside the procedure prescribed by law. In the statement, Mr. Speaker, the committee should address the following. 1, the circumstances under which the Governor of Trans Nzoia County directed closure of the County Public Service Board offices and the transfer of its staff and the legal basis for the Governor's action. Number 2, Mr. Speaker, whether the investigations into allegations of unlawful interference with the County Public Service Board statutory mandate, administrative overreach, disruption of public service processes, including obstruction of the board's management of county personnel, have been undertaken, and if so, table the findings and recommendations for corrective action and accountability. And finally, Mr. Speaker, measures in place to cause the immediate reopening of the Trans Nzoia County Public Service Board offices, the reversal of all directives transferring board staff, as well as measures to safeguard operational independence and compliance with the constitutional and statutory requirements relating to operations of the Trans Nzoia County Public Service Board. Mr. Speaker, on behalf of Senator Alan Chesang, the distinguished senator from Trans Nzoia County, I thank you, Speaker.
Senator for Nakuru County, Senator Tabitha Karoch.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Study Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the allocation of Kisima land in Njoro Sub-County, Nakuru County to civil servants.
Honorable Senator, you're reading the wrong statement. Oh, what's the problem?
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant on Standing Order 53-1 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the destruction of plants, crops, property by dozens of herds of many buffaloes from Longonot National Park. affecting the residents of Karai, Nyamathi, Mirera, Kiambogo, and Hellsgate in Naivasha sub-county, and from Nakuru National Park, affecting Nakuru East Ward residents. The residents of the said areas whose livelihoods have been negatively affected by the stray buffaloes have been forced to live in constant fear and cannot leave their houses. The said buffaloes seem to have overwhelmed the Kenya Wildlife Services officers who have been unable to return the said buffaloes to the parks. This means that the affected residents cannot continue with their livelihoods of daily living due to threats of attacks by the marauding buffaloes. Mr. Speaker, this calls for urgent intervention to order to mitigate the situation and allow the residents to resume their economic activities. Mr. Speaker, sir, as I was coming to work this morning to the Senate, I live in Naivasha, and I found that the herds of the buffaloes, 18 of them, are just straying in the Karai area. In the statement, the committee should address the following. The immediate urgent strategies in place to control the stray buffaloes from further destruction of people's property. The compensation plan by the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife Service for the affected families, as well as the timeliness for the identification and documentation of the affected residents in order. Thank you. I have a problem. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Senator Amida. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53 to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources on a matter of county-wide concern regarding the destruction of plants, crops, and property by dozens of herds of stray buffaloes from Longonot National Park, affecting the residents of Karai, Nyamathi, Mirera, Kiambogo, and Hellsgate in Naivasha sub-county, and from Nakuru National Park, affecting Nakuru East Ward residents. Mr. Speaker, sir, the residents of the said areas whose livelihoods have been negatively affected by the stray buffaloes have been forced to live in constant fear and cannot leave their houses. The said buffaloes seem to have overwhelmed the Kenya Wildlife Services officers who have been unable to return and confine the buffaloes to the parks. This means that the affected residents cannot continue with the activities of daily living due to threats of attacks by the marauding buffaloes. Mr. Speaker, this calls for urgent intervention in order to mitigate the situation and allow the residents to resume their economic activities. Mr. Speaker, sir, as the Senator of Nakuru County, I reside in Naivasha, and when I was coming here in the morning, I found an 18 buffaloes, herd of buffaloes, straying in the area of Karai. In the statement, the committee should address the following: the immediate urgent strategies in place to control the stray buffaloes from further destruction of people's property, the compensation planned by the Ministry of Tourism and Wildlife Service for the affected families, as well as the timelines for the identification and documentation of the affected residents in order to facilitate such compensation. Led by Senator Tabitha Kiroche, Senator for Nakuru County. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Senator Omtata. Senator Omtata.
Mr. Speaker, sir. I have two statements, Mr. Speaker, sir, and I request to read them concurrently. My first statement is on governance, regulatory compliance, and accountability at the Cooperative Insurance Company, that is CIC Group. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53, Clause 1, to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Trade, Industrialization, and Tourism on a matter of national concern regarding governance, regulatory compliance, and accountability at the Cooperative Insurance Company, CIC Group. Mr. Speaker, sir, CIC Group is a major insurer serving millions of Kenyans, especially within the cooperative movement, and its operations have significant national economic and social implications. Reports in the public domain allege systemic irregularities, including excessive commission payments allegedly above insurance regulatory authority limits, conflicts of interest arrangements involving agencies, brokerages linked to senior leadership, weak internal controls, and questionable procurement, asset disposal, and related transactions. Further, concerns relate to reports of retaliation against staff who raise fraud or compliance issues, suppression of internal reports, and failure to honor lawful employment obligations and settlement agreements. In the statement, the committee should address the following: the extent of compliance with Insurance Regulatory Authority prescribed commission rates across CIC Group, particularly in respect of SACCO-based and large scheme business portfolios. 2, particulars of agencies, brokerages, and intermediary arrangements, including linkages to persons in senior leadership positions within CIC Group, and recommend appropriate action. 3, the integrity of recruitment, procurement, and asset acquisition and disposal processes within the group, including evidence of undue influence or abuse of office by senior officers.
Just get a copy of it so that I can direct.
4, the adequacy and independence of internal whistleblowing mechanisms, including how reports of fraud or regulatory breaches are handled, and whether there have been instances of retaliation, victimization, or obstruction of oversight processes from 2020 to date. 5, the circumstances surrounding the failure to honor settlement agreements, employment dues, including instances from non-compliance with statutory clearance procedures from 2020 to date, and the governance and accountability implications arising therefrom. 6, measures recommended to safeguard the interests of cooperative members, policyholders, and the wider public. Senator Andrew Omtata, MP, Senator from Busia County, 20th February 2026. My second request for statement is on illegalities surrounding the procurement and restructuring of the Rironi-Nakuru-Mau Summit Toll Road project. Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53, Clause 1, to seek a statement.
Order, Honorable Senator. Senator Tabitha Kiroche.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 53, Clause 1, to seek a statement from the Standing Committee on Finance and Budget on a matter of national concern regarding illegalities surrounding the procurement, restructuring, and concessioning of the Rironi-Nakuru-Mau Summit Toll Road project. Mr. Speaker, sir, the Rironi-Nakuru-Mau Summit corridor is among the country's most critical transport arteries, linking Nairobi to the Rift Valley and the Western region, and is central to the national economy, regional trade, and public mobility. However, recent revelations concerning the procurement, restructuring, and concessioning of this project indicate that the original PPP contract, which was initially awarded as a single concession, was subsequently split between two foreign contractors in a process intended to avoid prolonged external scrutiny. In the statement, the committee should address the following. 1. The procurement and restructuring processes of the Rironi-Nakuru-Mau Summit Toll Road project, including compliance with the Constitution, the Public Procurement and Asset Disposal Act, the Public Finance Management Act, and the Access to Information Act, and the Public-Private Partnership Act. 2, whether the Public-Private Partnership Committee approved the restructuring stroke splitting of the concession, including the concession documents, financial models, the key terms and conditions of the restructured split contracts, and the documentary evidence of such approval, including the relevant minutes stroke resolutions. 3, the status of environmental and social approvals following the restructuring, including whether any variation required fresh or updated approvals and compliance measures. 4, the proposed tolling framework, including public participation, undertaken, proposed toll rates, exemptions, if any, escalation or adjustment mechanisms, and the concession duration. 5, measures to ensure transparency, accountability, value for money, and strict adherence in the law in current and future PPP infrastructure projects, including safeguards on contract restructuring and disclosure of material variations. Signed, Senator Andrew Mtato Koiti MP, Senator from Busia, 20th February 2026. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Now, Honorable Senators, there's a statement that had been sought by the Senator Fernandi, and I had committed that statement to the Standing Committee on Devolution. I now direct that particular statement be directed to the Standing Committee on Land and Natural Resources. Yes, Deputy Party Leader for Odium and the Senator for Vihiga. Order! Order! According to the papers that we have.
Mr. Speaker, indeed I was planning to rise on a point of order over the content of that statement because the issues raised in that statement are actively being handled by the Committee of CPIC because they are audit related and financial. And the governor is expected to appear before us on the 2nd of March. So I wanted to raise that concern.
Now, Honorable Senators, if you look at the contents of our standing orders on the contents of a statement, you cannot seek for a statement on a matter that is actively being pursued by another committee. In that case, I will stand down this statement until we receive the report from CPIC, because we will be investigating the same matters by two committees. So I will step it down to allow CPIC to conclude its investigations, and once we receive the report from CPIC, we will then get to know the fate of this particular request. Now, Honorable Senators, allow me, pursuant to Standing Order 45-2, to rearrange today's order paper. That the statement, oh yeah, immediately the majority leader has concluded his statement, I will rearrange today's order paper and move to order number 8, 9, and 10, 12, and 14, and thereafter we shall resume the normal flow as contained in today's order paper. Majority Leader, you may proceed.
Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order number 57-1 to present to the Senate the business for the week commencing Tuesday, the 3rd of March 2026. Mr. Speaker, during yesterday's afternoon sitting, and I really want to pass my sincere most appreciation to the members of this House who toiled yesterday long and hard to ensure that we transacted very long business. We concluded on about 4 bills and concluded on 2 important statutory instruments. That is the debt medium-term management strategy and the budget policy statement, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, dear colleagues, for your industry. And those reports, Mr. Speaker, I believe are now on their way to the executive for conclusion on those. We were able as well to conclude on a few reports on oversight visits by our various standing committees, like the Committee on Health, which had a report on a visit to, to Wajir County, and the report also of the Energy Committee on sudden business, Mr. Speaker. So I pass my sincere most. If we work like that, colleagues, we shall make this session quite meaningful.
Order, order, honorable senators. May the majority leader be heard in silence. I know there's some excitement trying to welcome the youth leader in the Senate, but
Mr. Speaker, they should just wake up Mawe and relax. That is enough. Mr. Speaker, we have the following legislative business that is before us. 63 bills that are still pending conclusion, of which 44 are at the second reading stage. 17 are the committee of the whole, and 2 are awaiting first reading. We have 3 motions that are pending conclusion, 18 petitions that are being concluded by the various respective standing committees. We have 445 statements pursuant to Standing Order number 53-1 that are under consideration by the respective standing committees. With respect to petitions, out of 18 pending conclusion by the respective standing committees, 17 are due for reporting. The timeline stipulated in Order 238-2 has been exhausted. The breakdown of the committees with petitions that are already due for reporting are the following. The Committee for Health has 1 petition. I can't see Senator Mandago, but I'm sure I've seen the Vice Chair, Senator Mariam Sheikh, who's here. The Standing Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs, they have 1 petition. Senator Sige was earlier in the House. The Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare, I don't see Senator Murgor, and I'm not very sure who the Vice Chair is. It's Crystal Asige. You guys have 3 petitions that are due for reporting. You need to conclude because citizens are waiting to know what exactly is the finding of Senate with regards to that particular matter. The king of all delays happens to be in the committee chaired by Senator Mohammed Faki, who I don't see in the House. He was here a few minutes ago. Maybe he has just stepped out to pick a call or something. They have 7 petitions, Mr. Speaker. This Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources. I believe they need to do better than what they are doing, and there are various members of that committee who are in the House, including the Vice Chair and the rest. Madam Speaker, it is not right to have 7 petitions due for reporting.
Majority Leader, did you just refer the chair as Madam Speaker?
Did I say that? My apologies. My apologies. I think because there was a madam passing there, Madam Hezena. So forgive me, Mr. Speaker. Standing Committee on National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations. I don't see Senator Fatuma Dulo in the House. They have two petitions. Senator Eddy is busy, not listening to what I'm saying, while his committee, Mr. Speaker, has two petitions. Senator Eddy Okech, you have three petitions that are due for reporting. You have delayed in your committee on roads, transportation, and housing. Please expedite, because that's business. You cannot just be dealing with those matters alone. You have other business. I implore upon the stated standing committees to expedite consideration of these petitions and table reports therein. On Tuesday, the 3rd of March 2026, the SBC will meet to consider the business for the week. The tentative business for that week, for that day, will include business that will not have been concluded in today's order paper, as well as business indicated in the notice paper. The tentative business for morning sitting on Wednesday, the 4th of March, will include questions to the CSs as approved by the SBC, as well as motions and questions. The schedule of questions is to the Agriculture Ministry by Professor Tom Ojienda, Senator for Kisumu, and to the CS for Youth Affairs and the Creative Economy and Sports by Professor Ojienda as well. So those two ministers are due to report to the House on their findings on those two statements sought by Senator Ojienda. The business for that afternoon will be any business that will not have concluded on Tuesday, Mr. Speaker, as well. These are the bills that are the second reading stage. The County Government State Officers Removal from Office Procedure Bill. There's a County Government Amendment Bill, Street Naming and Property Addressing System Bill, County Government Laws Bill, the Energy Amendment Bill, Environment Management and Coordination Bill, the Assisted Reproductive Technology Bill. The bills that are the Committee of the Whole, Mr. Speaker, which include some that are in the order paper today, are the Sports Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 33 of 2024, the Office of the County Attorney Amendment Bill, the Public Fundraisings Appeal Bill, Senate Bill number 36 of 2024, the Heritage and Museums Bill, Senate Bill number 8 of 2023, the Environment Laws Amendment Bill 2024, the Statutory Instrument Bill, the Sports Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 45, the County Civic Education Bill, the County Hall of Fame Bill. The projected business for Thursday, 5th of March 2026 will include business not concluded in the order paper for Wednesday, 4th of March 2026, and any other business scheduled by the Senate Business Committee. I thank you, Mr. Speaker, and do hereby lay the statement on the table of the Senate.
Thank you, Majority Leader. And as I had already directed, I had rearranged today's order paper. So clerk, proceed to call the order number 8. And thereafter, we will proceed with 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14.
Order number 8, the Mining Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 22 of 2025, first reading. A bill for an act of parliament to amend the Mining Act to provide a framework for the utilization of mineral royalties for the benefit of communities where the exploitation of mineral resources occur and for connected purposes. Order number 9, Committee of the Whole, the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2022. Order number 10, Committee of the Whole, the Metrology Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2023. Order number 11, Committee of the Whole, the Election Offenses Amendment number 2 Bill, Senate Bills number 28 of 2024. Order number 12, Committee of the Whole, the Public Finance Management Amendment number 4 Bill, National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2024. Order number 14, Committee of the Whole. The Tobacco Control Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 35 of 2024.
Just read order number 13. Senator Tabitha, I believe we are ready to prosecute order number 13.
Order number 13, Committee of the Whole. The Labor, Migration and Amendment number 2 Bill, Senate Bills number 42 of 2024.
Rise, honorable senators. As we prepare to go to the Committee of the Whole, I just want to remind you that I expect to see all of you tonight in Naivasha, because the program starts very early tomorrow. By 8:30, we ought to have assembled in the conference room, and we're expecting CS Duale at 10 a.m. So please purpose to spend the night in Naivasha so that we start tomorrow in good time. Thank you.
This one is also
Honorable Senators, you may resume your seats for the Committee of the Whole. Honorable Senators, we are proceeding on with the Committee of the Whole to consider order. Senators, can you take your seats? Senator Seki, Senator Abdul, Senator Shakila, please resume your seats, and Minority Leader, please resume your seat. We are starting with consideration of the President's Memorandum on the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2022. Next.
The President's recommendation on Clause 2.
I propose the question that the President's recommendation to delete Clause 2 be approved, and I invite the Chairperson, Standing Committee on Health, to explain the meaning, purpose, and effects of the committee's recommendation. Chairperson, Committee, Standing Committee on Health, Senator Mariam, are you the one taking up that? Senator Mariam, can you proceed to prosecute these clauses and explain the meaning and purpose and the effect on the recommendation sent to the committee?
Madam Speaker, sir, I propose as per the order paper.
I put the question that the President's recommendation to delete clause 2 be approved. Division at the end. Next. Cheradigei, what's your problem?
Madam Speaker, you remember I was the co-sponsor of this Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment, National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2022. While I have not, Mr. Speaker, I thought you should give guidance in future. I was the co-sponsor because the sponsor was Honorable Rahim Dawood. So I was the co-sponsor and I moved, it was supported. Is it not fair that when the President's recommendation comes, at least as the co-sponsor, I should be made aware? Because the Health Committee did not even invite me when they were considering the presidential recommendations. Maybe you can guide. Thank you.
Senator Cheradigei, that's a valid concern. I believe the chair of a standing committee on health should have invited you to get the feedback that was received from the President. In future, chairperson on standing committee on health, you should be guided on how you should deal with bills that are sponsored by members in their private capacity as members. Invite them, let them be part of the process and understand the new recommendations. So let's proceed.
The President's recommendations on clause 3.
I propose a question that the President's recommendation to delete clause 3 be approved, and I invite the chairperson, Standing Committee on Health, to proceed to explain the meaning, purpose, and effect of the committee's recommendation.
Madam Speaker, I accept as per the order paper.
I put the question that the President's recommendation to delete clause 3 be approved. Division at the end. Next.
The President's recommendation on clause 4.
I propose the question that the President's recommendation to delete clause 4 be approved and invite the chairperson, Senator Mariam, to proceed.
Madam Speaker, sir, Madam Speaker, I put a question as recommended as per the order paper.
I put the question that the President's recommendation to delete clause 4 be approved. Division at the end. Next. I now invite the mover to move. Guidance, do you need Senator Cheradigei?
Madam Speaker, you know, the reason I'm feeling a lot of pain is like a stillborn baby for my bill, the Cancer Prevention Amendment. Madam Speaker, when you look at Article 115, I want just to enrich the conversation about the presidential assent and referral. Madam Speaker, when you look at Article 115, 3 and 4, and I think the table office should guide us on this, that this matter will be considered by the 2/3 of the National Assembly and 2/3 of the delegation in the Senate, and the appropriate speaker shall within 7 days resubmit to the President if, if there is a referral of the bill. So I don't know what is the net effect in the deletion of the clauses, because I have just been shown the presidential reservation or memoranda that the deletion of a number of clauses. So what will be the net effect and interpretation of Article 115, where we have considered? And if we don't reach 2/3 of the delegations of the Senate, does it mean the presidential reservations falls by the sword and therefore my amendment stands? Or does it mean that if the 2/3 is not, let's assume, Madam Speaker, that 2/3 is achieved in National Assembly, but 2/3 is not achieved in the Senate. What is the net implication when we don't rise up to 2/3? Does it mean my amendments will continue being alive? Because it means the presidential reservation and referral has not been acted to by Article 115 of the Constitution. Maybe, Speaker, you can give a ruling now, or maybe I can wait for a well-written ruling at any given opportunity. I yield back.
Thank you, Senator Charadige. I think as a basic rule, if 2/3 is not achieved, you know what will happen to the recommendation or to the proposal, ideally. So I don't think that should serve to stop the process of the committee of whole. So we'll proceed because the guidelines are well laid out under the standing orders and of course the overarching principles in the Constitution. So we proceed on, and I want to invite the mover to proceed to move this bill.
Madam Chair, pursuant to Standing Order 153, I beg to move that the Committee of Whole do report to the Senate consideration of the President's Memorandum on the Cancer Prevention and the Control Bill, Senate Control Bill, National Assembly, number 445 of 2022. Thank you.
I put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the President's Memorandum on the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2022. As many as are of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Let's proceed on with the Labor Migration and Management number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 42 of 2024. Let's reorganize that and wait for a few minutes for certain preparation to be done by the clerk. Let's proceed to the Meteorology Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2023. Thank you. Honorable Senators, we are now considering the National Assembly amendments to the Meteorology Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2023. Clerk.
National Assembly amendments to Clause 7.
I propose the question that the National Assembly amendments to Clause 7 be approved. And I invite the chairperson, Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources to explain the meaning, purpose and effects of the committee's recommendation. Chair, proceed. Mohammed, Senator Mohammed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I propose that the bill be amended by deleting the words shall and shall come into operation on such a date as the Cabinet Secretary may by notice in the Gazette appoint. Clause 7. I move that the clause 7 be amended as per the order paper.
I put the question that the National Assembly amendments to clause 7 be approved. Division at the end. Next.
National Assembly amendments to clause 12.
Madam Chair, I move that...
I propose the question. Just hold on.
Oh, thank you.
Resume your seat. We'll call you. I propose the question that the National Assembly amendments to clause 12 be approved and invite the chairperson to move.
Madam Chair, I move that clause 7 be amended as provided for in the order paper.
It is not clause 7, it
Clause
is
12,
clause
sorry.
12. Can you repeat? Can you move it again?
Madam Chair, I propose that clause 12 be amended as per the order paper.
I put the question that the National Assembly amendments to clause 12 be approved. Division at the end. Next.
National Assembly amendments to clause 19.
I propose the question that the National Assembly amendments to clause 19 be approved. Chairperson, Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources, Senator Mohammed.
Madam Chair, I move that clause 19 be amended as provided for in the order paper.
I put the question that the National Assembly amendment to clause 19 be approved. Division at the end. Next.
National Assembly amendments to clause 38.
I propose the question that the National Assembly amendments to clause 38 be approved and invite the chairperson, Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources, Senator Mohammed.
Madam Chair, I move that clause 38 be amended as provided for in the order paper.
I put the question that the National Assembly amendment to clause 38 be approved. Division at the end. Next.
National Assembly amendments to clause 53.
I propose the question that the National Assembly amendments to clause 53 be approved. Invite the chairperson, Standing Committee on Land, Environment and Natural Resources to move this motion.
Madam Chair, I move that clause 53 be amended as provided for in the order paper.
I put the question that the National Assembly amendments to clause 53 be approved. Division at the end. Next.
National Assembly amendments to introduce a new clause 43A.
I propose the question that the National Assembly amendments to introduce a new clause 43A be amended and invite Senator be approved and invite Senator Mohammed to proceed and move.
Madam Chair, I move that new clause 43 be amended as provided for, 43A be amended as provided for in the order paper. Thank you.
I put the question that the National Assembly amendments to introduce a new clause 43A be approved. Division at the end. Next.
National Assembly amendments to clause 1.
I propose the question that the National Assembly amendments to clause 1 be approved and invite the chairperson, Senator Mohammed, to move.
Madam Chair, I propose that clause 1 be amended as provided for in the order paper.
I put the question that the National Assembly amendments to clause 1 be approved. Division at the end. Next. We are done with canvassing the clauses in that bill, and division is at the end. I invite the mover chairperson to move this bill.
Madam Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the National Assembly amendments to the Meteorology Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2023, and its approval thereof with the amendments.
Can you move it in the right way, seeking leave to sit again tomorrow?
Okay. Madam Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the National Assembly amendments to the Meteorology Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2023, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I put the question that the committee of the whole do report on its consideration of the National Assembly amendments to the Meteorology Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2023, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. As many as are of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. We are done with that bill. We are proceeding to the third bill, which is consideration of the National Assembly amendment to the Elections Offences Amendment number 2 bill. Senator Manzo, don't exit the House. We are considering the National Assembly amendments to the Election Offences Amendment number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 28 of 2024. And I'm inviting the clerk to call out the clauses.
National Assembly amendments to clause 2.
I propose the question that the National Assembly amendments to delete clause 2 be approved. And I invite the chairperson, Standing Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs and Human Rights, represented by Senator Manzo, to move.
Can I have the dispatch? Thank you. National Assembly amendments to clause 2. I propose the question that the National Assembly amendment to delete clause 2 be approved. The chairperson, Standing Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs and Human Rights, to explain the meaning, purpose and effect of the committee's recommendation. Now, the explanation is, clause 2 of the bill be amended by A, deleting paragraph A and substituting thereof of the following new paragraph. A, in paragraph H, by inserting the words or unreasonable delays immediately after the word fails. And then B, deleting paragraph C and substituting thereof the following new paragraph. C, by inserting the following new paragraphs immediately after paragraph M. N, conducts or holds an election in a polling station which has not been published in the Gazette and publicized through electronic and print media of national circulation and other easily accessible medium. O, knowingly or intentionally interferes or alters declared results, or knowingly or intentionally causes another person to interfere with or alter declared results. Clause 4, the bill be amended by deleting clause 4. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
I put the question that the National Assembly amendments to clause 2 be approved. Division at the end. Next.
National Assembly amendment to clause 4.
I I propose the question that the National Assembly amendment to delete clause 4 be approved. And I invite the chairperson, Standing Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs and Human Rights to explain the meaning, purpose and effects of the committee's recommendation. Senator Manzo representing Senator Sigay.
Chair, clause 4, that the bill be amended by deleting clause 4.
I put the question that the National Assembly amendment to delete clause 4 be approved, division at the end.
Chair,
I now invite the mover to move this motion.
Chair, Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the National Assembly amendments to the Election Offences Amendment Bill number 2, Senate Bills number 28 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the National Assembly amendments to the Election Offences Amendment number 2 Bill, Senate Bills number 28 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. We are moving to the next bill in a few minutes. We are proceeding on with the Public Finance Management Amendment number 4 Bill, National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2024. I want to invite the clerk to call out the clauses.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill, and I want to invite the chairperson, Standing Committee on Finance and Budget, to proceed and move.
Madam Speaker, I propose that clause 2 of the bill be amended by inserting the following new paragraph. Immediately after paragraph A, that is by inserting the following subsection immediately after subsection 7, which talks about, notwithstanding subsection 7, Parliament may, by resolution, extend its time for consideration of the budget policy statement by a further 7 days. Madam Speaker, you've noted as a committee over time, because this is an annual process, at times there's a bit of delay from the different stakeholders through the different committees. And so it was a proposal by the committee that we just give it a bit of 7 working days. I submit.
I propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. Division at the end next.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Division at the end next.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill, and I invite the chairperson, Standing Committee on Finance and Budget, Senator Tabitha, proceed.
Once again, thank you, Madam Chair. As a committee, we thought that clause 4 of the bill be amended in paragraph A by inserting the following new paragraph, which will be immediately after paragraph EB, which talks about the Public Finance Management Act of Section 23, herein referred to as the Principal Act, is of the cap amended in Section 23 by deleting the words 3 months, appearing immediately after the words not later in subsection 1, and substituting therefore with the word 2 months. We did this, Madam Speaker, so as to be a bit more precise with the time period. 1B, Madam Speaker, still in clause 4, the Principal Act is amended in section 24, in section 2410 by deleting the words 3 months, appearing immediately after the cap, and then starting not later, and ensuring that it's substituted by 2 months. Madam Speaker, I submit.
I propose the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 1A.
I invite the mover to move the new clause 1A.
I propose that the new clause 1A be read a second time.
I propose the question that the new clause 1A be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 1A be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 1B.
Mover, please take it up. Senator Tabitha.
Madam Speaker, I propose that the question new clause 1B be now also be read a second time.
I propose the question that new clause 1B be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 1B be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 3A.
Mover, Senator Tabitha, please move this clause.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. 3A, Madam Speaker, section 68 of the Principal Act is amended in section 2 by deleting the word 3 months, appearing immediately after the words year within in paragraph K, and substituting therefore the words 2 months. And Madam Speaker, B, subsection 4, by inserting the words the Auditor General under Article 229 of the Constitution immediately after the words of the Constitution appearing in the introductory phrase, by also inserting the words Auditor General immediately after the words National Treasury in paragraph B, and by inserting, lastly, part C, the following subsection immediately after subsection 4. 4A, an accounting officer who does not implement the recommendations made under section 4 shall be liable to the penalty provided under section 199.
I propose the question that the new clause 3A be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3A be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 3B.
I invite the mover, Senator Tabitha, to move the new clause.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The Principal Act is amended in section 80 of section 80, deleting the words 4 months, appearing immediately after 80 after the word not later in subsection 4, and substituting therefore the words 2 months.
I propose the question that new clause 3B be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3B be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 3C.
mover, please move this clause.
Thank you. This Principal Act is amended in Section 81 by deleting the words 3 months appearing immediately after the words not later than in subsection 4 and substituting the words 2 months.
I propose the question that new clause 3C be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3C be now read a second time, division at the end.
New clause 3D.
3D, the Principal Act is amended in Section 82 by deleting the words 3 months appearing immediately after the words not later than in subsection 3 and substituting therefore the words 2 months, and B, by deleting the words 3 months appearing immediately after the words not later than in the subsection 4 and substituting therefore the words 2 months.
I propose the question that new clause 3D be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3D be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3E.
Mover, can you please move the clause, the new clause 3E?
Subsection 94 of the Principal Act is amended in subsection 1A by inserting the following new paragraph immediately after the paragraph 2, that is, has persistently delayed or failed to remit employee salaries, statutory deductions including taxes, pension, social health insurance, or cooperative societies deduction.
I propose the question that new clause 3E be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3E be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3F.
Mover, please take up that new clause and move it.
Section 109 of the Principal Act is amended by inserting the following new subsections immediately after Section 7. 7A, a county shall every quarter submit the following additional documents to the Control of Budget and the National Treasury. A statement of statutory deduction status, a statement of the county government's progress in implementing previous year's plans for paying its outstanding statutory deduction. C, a certification of payment of previous statutory deductions issued by the relevant statutory institutions. And D, a statement of the county government's plan for repaying the statutory deductions, which shall be accompanied by an agreement signed by the relevant statutory institution accepting the repayment plan.
I propose the question that new clause 3F be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3F be now read a second time, division at the end. Next, I invite the mover. Oh, sorry. Read out the clause first, clerk.
New clause 3G.
Mover, Senator Tabitha, please move the clause.
3G, the Principal Act is amended in subsection 115 of the section, deleting the words 3 months appearing immediately after the words not later than in subsection 1 and substituting therefore the words 2 months.
I propose a question that new clause 3G be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3G be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3H.
I invite the mover, Senator Tabitha.
The Principal Act is amended in section 1167 by deleting the word 3 months appearing immediately after the words not later than in paragraph B and substituting therefore the words 2 months.
I propose the question that new clause 3H be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3H be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3I.
Senator Tabitha.
Subsection 117 of the Principal Act is amended in subsection 1 by deleting the expression by the 28th February, appearing immediately after the words County Assembly and substituting therefore the expression by the 7th of March. B, in subsection 6 by deleting the words 14, appearing immediately after the words not later than and substituting therefore the words 21.
I propose the question that new clause 3I be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3I be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3J.
Senator Tabitha, please move that clause.
Subsection 129 of the Principal Act is amended in subsection 2A by deleting the words except the finance bill, appearing immediately after the words implement the budget.
I propose the question that new clause 3J be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3J be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3K.
Senator Tabitha, please move that clause.
Section 131 of the Principal Act is amended by deleting subsection 2 and substituting therefore the following subsection 2. The County Executive Committee member for Finance shall submit to the County Assembly on or before 30th April the County Finance Bill, setting out the revenue measures for the county government, together with a policy statement expounding measures on those measures. B, by inserting the following new subsections immediately after subsection 2. 2A, upon submission of the county finance bill under subsection 1, the relevant committee of the county assembly shall introduce the bill in the county assembly. 2B, the recommendation of the county executive committee member of the finance shall be included in a report of the committee and tabled in the county assembly. And 2C, the county assembly shall consider and pass the county finance bill in time for it to be presented for assent by 30th June each year. Madam Speaker, this is a serious emphasis, especially to all the 47 county assemblies, that the county assembly shall consider and pass the county finance bill in time for it to be presented for assent by 30th June each year. Thank you.
I propose a question that new clause 3K be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3K be now read a second time, division at the end. Next, and I invite the mover to move the clause. Oh, okay, first.
3L, Madam Speaker, the Principal Act is amended
Just
by...
hold it. Wait for the clerk to call out the clause.
New clause 3L.
Senator Tabitha, you may now proceed.
The Principal Act is amended by repealing section 113.
Have you finished?
Yes, I have, Madam Speaker.
I propose the question that new clause 3L be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3L be now read a second time, division at the end. And Senator Tabitha, can you approach the chair for a minute before we proceed on? Next.
New clause 3M.
Senator Tabitha, you may proceed to.
Thank you,
move the
Madam
clause.
Speaker. As per the order paper.
Approach the chair. Next,
New clause 3M.
Senator Tabitha Mutinda.
Thank you. Madam Speaker, I beg to move that clause 3M be proposed as per the order paper. Be amended as per the order paper.
Be now read a second time as per the order paper.
Be now read a second time as per the order paper.
I propose a question that new clause 3M be now read a second time, I put the question that new clause 3M be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3O.
And N.
New clause 3N.
Senator Tabitha Mutinda, can you move that?
I beg to move that clause 3N be now read a second time as per the order paper.
I propose the question that new clause 3N be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3N be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3O.
Senator Mutinda.
I beg to move that clause 3O be now read a second time as per the order paper.
I propose the question that new clause 3O be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3O be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3P.
Senator Mutinda.
I beg to move that clause 3P be now read a second time as per the order paper.
I propose the question that new clause 3P be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3P be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3Q.
Senator Tabitha Mutinda.
I beg to move that clause 3Q be now read a second time as per the order paper.
I propose the question that new clause 3Q be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3Q be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
New clause 3R.
Senator Tabitha Mutinda, proceed.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that clause 3R be now read a second time as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that new clause 3R be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3R be now read a second time, division at the end. Next.
The title and clause 1.
I propose the question that the title and clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that the title and the clause be part of the bill, division at the end.
It was for finances.
Senator Wakoli, can you approach the chair, please? I now invite the mover, Senator Wafula Wakoli, to move the amendments in the Public Finance Management Amendment number 4 Bill, National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2024. Senator Wakoli, proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I will request the volumes to be lowered. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that pursuant to Standing Order 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole to report to the Senate its consideration of the Public Finance Management Amendment number 4 Bill, National Assembly Bill number 45 of 2024, and seek to leave to sit again tomorrow.
I put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the Public Finance Management Amendment number 4 Bill, National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. We are proceeding to the final bill. Is it the final? To the next bill.
I thought there are 3
We are proceeding on to the Labor Migration and Management number 2, Senate Bills number 42 of 2024. And I want to invite the clerk to read out the clauses.
Clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
I propose the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17.
I propose a question that clauses 11, 12, kindly consult senators. Senators, can you consult in low tones, please? I propose a question that clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and 17 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 18.
I propose a question that clause 18 be part of the bill, and I invite the mover to move this amendment. The chairperson, Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare, Senator Christo Asige, please move this.
Thank you, Speaker. I beg to move, Chair, that Clause 18 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I put the question that Clause 18. I propose the question that Clause 18 be amended as proposed. I put the question that Clause 18 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 19.
I propose the question that Clause 19 be part of the bill and invite the mover to move this amendment, Senator Christo, for Chairperson Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare.
Thank you, Chair. I beg to move that Clause 19 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that Clause 19 be amended as proposed. I put the question that Clause 19 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 20.
I propose the question that Clause 20 be part of the bill and invite the mover, Senator Christo Asige, to move this amendment.
Thank you, Chair. I beg to move that Clause 20 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that Clause 20 be amended as proposed. I put the question that Clause 20 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25.
I propose a question that clauses 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 26.
I propose the question that clause 26 be part of the bill and invite the mover, Senator Christo, to move this amendment.
Thank you, Chair. I beg to move that Clause 26 be amended as in the order paper.
I propose a question that Clause 26 be amended as proposed. I put the question that Clause 26 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36.
I propose a question that clauses 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 27, 28, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, and 36 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42.
I propose a question that clauses 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and 42 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 43.
I propose the question that clause 43 be part of the bill and invite Senator Christo Asige to move the amendment.
Chair, I beg to move that clause 43 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 43 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 43 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clauses 44, 45, 46, 47, and 48.
I propose the question that clauses 44, 45, 46, 47, and 48 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 44, 45, 46, 47, and 48 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 49.
I propose the question that clause 49 be part of the bill and invite Senator Crystal Asige to move this amendment on behalf of Chairperson, Standing Committee on Labor and Social Welfare.
Thank you, Chair. I beg to move that clause 49 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 49 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 49 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
The schedule.
No.
Clause 50 and 51.
I propose the question that clause 50 and 51 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 50 and 51 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
The schedule.
I propose the question that the schedule be part of the bill. I put the question that the schedule be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 2, the title, and clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. I invite the mover, Senator Tabitha Mutinda, to move this bill.
I move that Honorable Chairperson
approach the chair.
I proceed? Okay. I move that Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the Labor Migration and Management Bill number 2, Senate Bill number 42 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the Labor Migration and Management number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 42 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. As many as are of that opinion say aye. Aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. We are proceeding on to the Committee of Whole on the Tobacco Control Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 35 of 2024. And I want to invite the clerk to call out the clauses.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. And I invite the amendment to be moved by Senator Catherine Moma.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 3 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill and invite the chairperson standing committee on health, Senator Mariam, to move the amendment.
Madam Chair, I propose the clause 4 to be amended as per the order paper.
There is a further amendment by Senator Muma under clause 4. Senator Muma, you have a proposal.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that a further amendment to clause 4, that clause 4 be further amended as per the order paper.
So, Senator Muma and Senator Mariam, yeah, they've agreed. Okay. I propose the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed and as harmonized by the chair and the mover of this bill. And I put the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed and harmonized by the chair and the mover of this bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 6.
I propose the question that clause 6 be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move the amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 6 be amended as per the order paper.
There is a further proposal for amendment by the chairperson on Standing Committee on Health on clause 6. I am informed you are withdrawing that proposal. Can you then, can you proceed?
Madam Chair, I propose to withdraw this amendment of the clause 6. And the only difference in the word is undertaking the opposed to conduct. So I withdraw as a committee.
Thank you. The Secretariat notes the withdrawal. So next clause, I propose the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed by the mover. As agreed with the chair of the Committee of Health, and I put the question that clause 6 be amended as harmonized between the chair and the move of this bill. Next clause.
Clause 7.
I propose the question that clause 7 be part of the bill and invite the chairperson Standing Committee on Health to move the amendments.
Madam Chair, clause 7 to be amended as per order paper.
Is a further amendment on this clause by Senator Kathy Moma.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 7 be further amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 8.
I propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill and invite the mover, Senator Catherine Muma, to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 8 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 9.
I propose the question that clause 9 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 9 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 10.
I propose a question that clause 10 be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move the amendment.
Honorable Chair, I beg to move that clause 10 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 10 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 10 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 11.
I propose the question that clause 11 be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move the amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 11 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 11 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 11 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 12.
I propose the question that clause 12 be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 12 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 13.
I propose the question that clause 13 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 13 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 14.
I propose the question that clause 14 be part of the bill, and I invite Senator Catherine Muma to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I propose that clause 14 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 14 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 14 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 15.
I propose the question that clause 15 be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 15 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 16.
I propose the question that clause 16 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 16 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 16.
17.
Sorry, clause 17, sorry.
I propose the question that clause 17 be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to proceed.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 17 be amended as per the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 17 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 17 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 2A.
I propose the question that new clause 2A be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move this second reading of this.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that new clause 2A be now read a second time.
There is a further amendment by the committee, so I invite the chairperson, Standing Committee on Health, Senator Mariam, stepping in for the chairperson. Please proceed.
Madam Chair, the new clause 2A to be read second term. Thank you.
I propose the question that the new clause 2A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 2A be now read a second time. Next. Division at the end.
New clause 3A.
I propose a question that new clause 3A be part of the bill and call upon Senator Catherine Muma to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that new clause 3A be read a second time.
I propose the question that new clause 3A be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 3A be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 5A.
I propose the question that the new clause 5A be part of the bill and call upon the chairperson, Standing Committee on Health, Senator Mariam, to move the second reading of this clause.
Honorable Chair, a new clause 5A to be read a second time.
I propose the question that the new clause 5A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 5A be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 6A.
I propose the question that the new clause 6A be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that new clause 6A be read a second time.
I propose the question that the new clause 6A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 6A be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 8A.
I propose the question that the new clause 8A be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that new clause 8A be read a second time.
I propose the question that the new clause 8A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 8A be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 12A.
I propose a question that the new clause 12A be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move the amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that new clause 12A be now read a second time.
I propose the question that the new clause 12A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 12A be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 16A.
I propose a question that the new clause 16A be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that new clause 16A be read a second time.
There is a further amendment by the committee, so I invite the chairperson, Senator Mariam, to move this amendment.
Madam Chair, I propose to move a new clause 16A to be read second time.
I propose the question that the new clause 16A be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 16A be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 18.
I propose the question that the new clause 18 be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that new clause 18 be now read a second time.
I propose the question that the new clause 18 be now read a second time. I put the question that the new clause 18 be now read a second time. Division at the end.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill and invite Senator Catherine Muma to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that clause 2 be amended as per the order paper.
There is a further amendment to this clause. Can Senator Mariam move this further amendment?
Chairperson, the new clause 2 to be amended as per order paper.
I propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
New clause 1A.
I propose the question that new clause 1A be part of the bill and invite Senator Cathy Muma to move this amendment.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that new clause 1A be now read a second time.
I propose the question that the new clause 1A be now read a second time. I put the question that new clause 1A be now read a second time. Division at the end. Next.
The title.
I propose the question that the title be part of the bill. I put the question that the title be part of the bill. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. And I now call upon the mover to move.
New clause 1?
Approach. Senator Kathy, can you approach the desk?
Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order 153, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the Tobacco Control Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 35 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I put the question that the committee do report to the Senate its consideration of the Tobacco Control Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 35 of 2024, and its approval thereof, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Senators, we are now moving to the last bill in the Committee of the Whole. This is not too long, so keep your energies up. We are going to the county government's election laws amendment bill, Senate Bills number 2 of 2024, and I'll request the clerk to call out the clauses. Clause 2. I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill and invite the mover to move this amendment. This is the Chairperson, Standing Committee on Justice, Legal Affairs and Human Rights. Standing in is Senator Manzo.
Chair, clause 2, I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill, and then
approach the chair.
Chair, on behalf of the Chair Committee of Justice, I propose that the bill be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill and invite Senator Manzo to move this amendment.
I propose that the bill be amended as proposed. Clause 3, sorry. I propose that clause 3 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. Division at the end. Next.
The title and clause 1.
That's okay, Senator Manzo. I propose the question that the title and clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that the title and clause 1 be part of the bill, division at the end. Thank you. I now call upon the mover of this bill, Senator Crystal, to move the committee to report.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, I beg to move that the County Government Election Laws number 2 of 2024 pardon me, can I take that again, Chair? Thank you.
Please, you can take it again.
Okay. Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order 153, I beg to move that the committee of the whole do report on its consideration of the County Government Election Laws number 2, Senate Bill number 2 of 2024, and seek leave, to sit again tomorrow.
I put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report to the Senate its consideration of the County Government's Election Laws Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 2 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. As many as are of that opinion say aye. As many as are of contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Senators, we are done with the Committee of Whole.
Madam Speaker,
Honorable Senators, I have a communication to make about a visiting delegation from the Mombasa Youth Council. Honorable Senators, I would like to acknowledge the presence in the public gallery this afternoon of a visiting delegation of youth leaders from Mombasa Youth Council. The delegation is in the Senate on a courtesy call to Senator Miraj Abdullahi MP. Honorable Senators, Mombasa Youth Council is a youth-led, non-partisan representative body that brings together young people from across all the 30 wards of Mombasa County through their elected youth MCS, providing a unified and legitimate voice for youth in governance and development. The Council promotes meaningful youth participation in decision-making while upholding leadership, accountability, and inclusivity. Honorable Senators, MYC operates under 4 key thematic areas: youth leadership and policy advocacy, education, arts and innovation, health and social well-being, and climate and environmental action. Through these pillars, the Council works closely with the county and national government, civil society, and development partners to empower young people, strengthen social cohesion, and advance sustainable youth-led solutions for Mombasa County. Honorable Senators, in our usual tradition of receiving and welcoming visitors to Parliament, I extend a warm welcome to the delegation, and on behalf of the Senate and on my own behalf, wish them a fruitful visit and to thank them for the patience. We wanted you to sit into a session that is not usually, does not usually seem attractive to the media, but when we are actually doing the making of the law. So we are glad that you were able to sit in during this session, and we thank you for your patience. I'd like to invite Senator Miraj to welcome them, and Senator Faki as well will have 2 minutes to welcome. Thank you. And Senator Crystal Asige. We have the 3 senators from Mombasa. Each 2 minutes, please, to welcome the delegation. Thank you.
Nikushukuru Bispika kwa kuweza kuwatambua vijana wetu maridadi ambao wameelimika na ambao wametuheshimisha kama gatuzi ya Mombasa. Fursa hii kwenu nyinyi, uwepo wenu hapa si uwepo tu wa kuja kuonekana mumefika, bali ni uwepo wa matumaini na uwajibikaji kwa vijana ambao wamebaki kule Mombasa. Niwapongeze kwa kazi nzuri ambao mumeendelea kuifanya. Lakini pia niwakumbushe ya kwamba viongozi vijana si viongozi wa kesho ama baadaye, ni viongozi wa sasa na ni viongozi wa leo. Hivyo basi mna jukumu katika mabega yenu ya kuweza kuwa kielelezo chema kwa wale ambao wamebaki kule nyuma. Na waomba msichoke kutuwajibisha, msichoke kutusukuma, na msichoke kutuuliza maswali ambapo mnaona mambo yanakwenda yombo. Muko hapa sio kuonekana, bali muko hapa kwa sababu demokrasia na katiba yetu ya Kenya imewatambua. Jumba hili la Seneti ni mahali ambapo sheria zinabuniwa, sheria zinalazimishwa kutekelezwa, na pia pale ambapo uwajibikaji haufanyiki tunasukuma. Na tunaushukuru muongozo mzuri ambao mumewaonesha wenzenu kule nje. Nadhani mumeyaona yale ambayo yameendelea hapa kwa jisaji moja ambalo mumekaa na sisi. Na waomba muwe mabalozi wa yale mazuri ambao mumeyaona hapa. Na pindi mtakaporudi katika jumba hili, basi musirudi tu kama watazamaji, bali murudi kama viongozi, maseneta na wengine niwaone kule National Assembly, kwa sababu najua mwito wenu ni kuwatayarisha vijana kuwa viongozi katika taifa hili la Kenya. Asante sana Bispika.
Senator Crystal.
Thank you very much, Speaker, for the opportunity to welcome Mombasa Youth Council to the Senate. My name is Crystal Asige, nominated, of course, to represent 001 Mombasa County. And I would like to also extend a welcome to the group. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you for being patient, as has been said earlier. People don't usually understand, especially young people sometimes maybe don't engage in this part of lawmaking. It needs a lot of patience. It needs a lot of collaborative work. It needs a lot of specificity and conciseness. And this is why we take our time to do what we do here in the Senate. And you can rest assured that your representatives from Mombasa, who you have come to see here today alongside others, including Senator Miraj and our elected Senator Faki, we are doing, including myself, doing our very best to represent Mombasa in the best way possible for yourselves and also for our families that we are here to fight for in terms of the law. I also want to, as the Speaker has said, emphasize that just like your pillars, from innovation to art to digital technology, there is a space here for all of you. Every one of you has a different passion that you can bring to the country at this national level and even at the county level if you so wish to take that route. But know that in your diversity and with all of the skills that you are acquiring at Mombasa Youth Council, please hold on to them, nurture them, grow them, and bring them to the Senate in future. And we will be here to support in any way that we can. I thank you very much, Speaker.
Senator Faki.
Asante Speaker pia kwa kunipa fursa kuwakaribisha vijana kutoka Youth Council ya Mombasa. Mheshimiwa Speaker, Mombasa imekuwa katika kilele cha mambo ya kuweza kuwapa vijana uongozi. Na wiki mbili zilizokwisha tuliapisha Kenya Youth Assembly kule Mombasa, ambapo Youth Assembly ina wawakilishi kutoka kila ward na wanachaguliwa kwa demokrasia kupitia mipango yao. Kwa hivyo nimefurahi kwamba leo tumepokea vijana kutoka Mombasa, na tunawashukuru kwamba wameweza kuacha wakati wao kuja katika bunge hili kuweza kuja kujifunza na kusoma. Mheshimiwa Spika, ningesema tu kwamba hii ni njia moja ya kuweza kufanya ile ambayo tunaita mentorship kwa vijana wetu, na vile vile pia kusoma yale mambo ambayo viongozi wanafanya, kwa sababu wengine huona kwamba viongozi hawana majukumu yote, lakini wameweza kuona leo kwamba tuko hapa sisi wawakilishi wa kaunti ya Mombasa, gatuzi la Mombasa, na kila mtu ameweza kufanya kazi yake ambayo alikuwa amepangiwa kufanya jioni ya leo. Kwa hiyo Mheshimiwa Spika, nawatakia kila laheri, na yale ambao wameweza kusoma hapa waweze kuyatumia katika shughuli zao za kila siku, na vile vile pia kujenga taswira ambayo itasaidia kaunti ya Mombasa na Kenya kwa jumla kuleta viongozi bora wa siku za usoni. Asante Bi Speaker.
Honorable Senators, we are now going to reporting after the committee of the whole. I'd like to invite the chairperson to report on the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2022.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this opportunity. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the President's Memorandum on the Cancer Prevention and Control Amendment Bill, National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2022, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
A mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Thank you.
Who's seconding?
Senator Tabitha.
Madam Speaker, I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. We are now moving on to the Meteorological Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2023. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the National Assembly amendments to the Meteorological Bill, Senate Bills number 45 of 2023, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report, and invite Senator Miraj to second the motion.
I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next, we move on to the Election Offences Amendment number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 28 of 2024. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the National Assembly amendments to the Election Offences Amendment number 2 bill, Senate Bills number 28 of 2024, and seeks leave to sit again tomorrow.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I do ask Senator Sige to second.
Thank you, Speaker. I second as moved.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next, we move to the Public Finance Management Amendment number 4, Bill, National Assembly, Bills number 45 of 2024. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Public Finance Management Amendment number 4 Bill, Senate National Assembly Bills number 45 of 2024, and 6 leave to sit again tomorrow.
Mover.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report.
Seconder.
I request Madam Senator Crystal to second.
Thank you very much, Speaker. I do second as moved.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next is the Labor, Migration and Management number 2 Bill, Senate Bills number 42 of 2024. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Labor, Migration and Management number 2 Bill, Senate Bills number 42 of 2024, and 6 leave to sit again tomorrow.
Mover. It's you. The mover.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report and request Senator Crystal to second.
Give her the mic.
Thank you very much, Speaker. That's what I was waiting for. I do second as moved.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. We now move on to the Tobacco Control Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 35 of 2024. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Tobacco Control Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 35 of 2024, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
A mover.
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the Senate do agree with the committee on the said report. Madam Veronica.
Seconder. Madam Veronica will second.
Yes, please.
Honorable Speaker, I second as moved.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the Senate do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the Senate do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as are of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as are of a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.